All right, everyone, thank you for coming to a broadcast with Verse8 today. And we have so much to cover on this AI native creation layer. So, everyone, wherever you're joining, whether it's from Korea itself, around the global continents, Americas, Asia, wherever you are, drop your country in the comments. I'm very excited to bring you all together for a broadcast with the founder, Kevin Lee, as well. So, Kevin, it's nice to have you on here, sir. Let's get you up on the stage too. How are you?
Good, Ruthie. How are you? Thanks for having me today.
No. Thank you for coming as well. I know it's a very busy period coming to the end of the year, especially Christmas week and New Year's coming up soon. But you guys are ramping up like crazy ever. Web3 doesn't sleep, you know?
Never.
100%. So, Kevin, can you please introduce yourself and share what the Verse8 platform is all about for the audience here?
For sure, Ruthie. Well, again, thanks for having me today, Ruthie, and a great many thanks to the audience today for taking the time and listening in today. Excited to share what we've been up to at Verse8 and then where we're headed. So quickly about myself, my name is Kevin Lee. I've joined our parent company, Planetarium Labs, about 4 years ago. I've been mostly in charge of our venture capital fund. So I've been doing a lot of capital deployment in the space for the past 3 years. And then starting early this year, I've joined the Verse8 team, which is a subsidiary of Planetarium Labs, as a co-CEO and co-founder. And then I've helped with the marketing, GTM, and then development. And then now the product's been live for 19 weeks, and then we're seeing some great early attractions. So really excited about it. So quickly about the Verse8. Verse8 is basically an AI native creation layer that turns any ideas into interactive games and stories. So every creation is ownable, remixable, and compounding in values. So if you go to verse8.io and check out our website, then you'll quickly notice that we have core product pillars. One being Agent 8, basically the creation tool, which can be prompted with the natural language and instantly start building games or apps or whatever you like. So this redefines how we can create games, lowering barriers nearly to zero. And then we harness the best-in-class generative AIs through our MCP integrations and the latest LLMs to code games. So we believe we're one of the kind. And then quickly you'll see that we also have a distribution platform. We have more than 8,000 games being active and live on the platform right now as we
Yeah.
speak. And as a creator, you can generate your game and you can go serverless and deploy anything instantly to our platform. So what we're intending to do is we're trying to make this a global publishing ecosystem, So this is a hopefully we can make this a globally recognized aggregator of games.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think a lot of the people in this space who have spent even just a minute on Twitter over the past few weeks have seen the huge raise announcement from Lovable. And that just goes to show that AI powered creation layers, whether it be for developed applications, softwares, and then gaming and experiences, is a industry that's going to face huge compounding annual growth over the next few years. It's literally just been unlocked over the past year. And so when I look at Verse8, I think, okay, this is another category dominator, a first of its kind that's going to absolutely dominate game building, world building, interactive experience building, much like Lovable nailed down, let's say, MVPing and mobile or software frameworks, right? I mean, you saw that Lovable raise as well, and that probably got you very excited for picking the right
Just a couple
industry.
days ago, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so these so we're seeing a lot of tractions in the creation tools itself. Um, just like you said, Ruth, the Verse8 was only possible in less than a year. So the very recent development of LLMs and the generative AIs that we're integrating with our MCP servers, this was only possible less than a year. And
mm,
then just like Lovable, we're very excited about the AI creations, and then we're trying to go an extra mile by actually providing the platform itself, so players can come in and then enjoy whatever the kinds of
yeah.
games that they like to play. Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to echo and emphasize this as well is that when you go to Verse8 and when you test out the platform, everyone, you can literally create a game or an interactive experience in minutes. Like myself and the team, we were playing around with it yesterday just before the broadcast, and we were making shooter games, boxing ring matches, and everything. And I haven't touched a line of code in my life. So doing that has been such a game changer. And it's also I would say something that I can see myself using to create gaming experience for me and my friends, just as much as I use Lovable in my every day to day life at work as well. So, shout out to you guys, Kevin, and the team there at Verse8. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast Verse8 grows as a platform, publishing ecosystem, and then with this whole AI industry rapid growth, how you guys scale with that too as well.
appreciate it.
Before Verse8, what were you building and what problems kept showing up again and again?
Well, so I just mentioned Planetarium Labs, which is our parent company. So we've been in the space for about 8 years now. Wow, yeah, since 2017. We're basically a game developer slash publisher,
Yeah,
mostly in Web3 space. Some of the games that we publish, you might recall, called Nine Chronicle, which was one
yeah,
of the very first fully on chain RPG games out there. So that went really really viral, and then after that we've developed and published 8 different game titles, and then we also started shipping uh, our core services to game developers all around the world. So we've been doing that in the space, and then starting last year, we've noticed that building games just takes too much time and capital. Like every time we try to come up with a new title, it requires so much time, capital, and manual coding, and then as we saw the emergence of the latest LLMs and generative AIs, we had to do something about it. So we started building Verse8. Our first initiative actually was to build a UGC environment. So the very first thing we started doing was to build a game engine that enables that UGC environment. But then we quickly turned that into a WebGL based game engine, and then we started integrating that into the latest LLMs, and then found out that, oh, we can basically do a natural prompt, and then the engine instantly started spitting out the games. So
yeah.
that's how we developed the most recent business here in Verse8.
Yeah, and just to get a frame of reference, you said that this kind of AI-driven creation layer has been around for a year. How long have you guys at Verse8 been crafting this platform, specifically this game builder and world builder?
So the core difference between our product and others is that the fact that we have a game engine built into our agent. So
Nice.
that actually required us that actually required us to build for quite a time. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
the engine itself took us 2.5 years to build.
yeah. Okay, okay, beautiful. Was there a specific moment where Verse8 becomes inevitable rather than optional, whether looking at your traction so far and so on?
So how we so our approach was a little different when we first started Verse8. We really wanted to target Web2 audience.
Mhm.
So instead of jumping right into Web3 marketing, we've started by doing try to acquire users from the traditional Web2 space,
Nice.
and then that was a bit of success. So right now the platform secures about 3 to 3.5 million MAU, and then DAU we're marking around 135K every single day. And then the number of creators that we're seeing, number of active creators we're seeing on the platform is more than 3,000. So that's quite a traction in the first 18 19 weeks. And then just like I told you, the number of games that we're servicing through our platform is more than 8,000.
That's insane.
So we
Mm.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say like 3.5 mil MAUs, 8,000 games launched are insane metrics, especially because you guys flipped to go to market where most people would just go for Web3 pre-product and try and time their hype cycles. It's refreshing to see an ecosystem go the other way, validate, build, and verify their product with a Web2 audience, which you guys have proven successfully with 3.5 mil MAU and so many games launched. And
Ju-
also, that
uh,
MAU indicates a lot of consumers of the games within your ecosystem as well, not just builders, which is good.
3 million players basically playing, and
Yeah,
then more than 100,000 people playing every single day, basically. So I think that's a pretty good early tractions. Now the challenge is how do we make this even more global, and then make sure that we're retaining the creators, and then securing the qualities of our games.
yeah. And that kind of the experience of being able to build applications, games, and interactive worlds is so exciting and new for people to do it within just a couple of prompts, right? So the internet has naturally gone from read, write to now create, where everyone can generate playable, interactive worlds, not just content, even if they come from a non-technical background, right? So what changes when everyone can do that?
Well, so the answer is quite simple. So with Verse8, I guess I can say that anyone can become a creator. And then they can build whatever they want. Even a 80-year-old kid, if he has an idea, he can build using Verse8 and then expand his own world infinitely. So I guess we can take Kaito leaderboard as an example. What we're seeing here is that users are actively using the tools to build like the games and experiences they've always dreamed of, and then we're seeing a lot of social interactions within the community as well, which is pretty rare if you think about it. So
Yeah.
that's what we're excited about.
Amazing. Why has code been the biggest bottleneck to creativity and not distribution?
I think that's pretty straightforward as well. Coding, like learning how to program, it requires years of experiences, right?
Yeah.
And even if you manage to learn how to program, you can never develop anything yourself. You need a team, capital, and time.
Yeah.
So I think through AI, through Verse8, this we collapsed that into a natural language and the intent and agent 8 execute the hard works for you. So I think that's most groundbreaking for everybody to try on. And then I guess as a creator, you just need to define what you want to build, and then our AI, our Verse8 removes all the bottlenecks for you.
Yeah. I think that's really exciting because now that you move the technical parts to something that can be simply prompted with good guidance, what everything boils down to for creators, especially to effectively use like builders like that, is creative thinking, critical thinking, and being able to understand, what their users are looking for and experiences, and doubling down on tastes rather than figuring out what that kink in the code is to solve, right?
Yeah,
So when everything is now becoming promptable, anyone with an idea can become a creator, which is a future that you guys are building alongside these billion-dollar enterprises like Lovable, Vercel, and so on. Well, Verse8 is going to be the category leader and king for these gaming and interactive worlds. Um,
hopefully, yes.
yeah. Yeah. So, what does it actually take to onboard these Web2 creators into an AI native on chain creation layer?
So, well, we're carrying out a lot of onboarding initiatives.
Yeah.
But so our creators from Web 2, they're really not aware of how Web 3 operates.
Hmm.
So the way we're integrating Web 3 is here is not to reward players, but to reward creators. And then we've come up with the tokenomics and the system where creators can onboard and then learn very naturally through the settlement from their creations. So the way it works is, say you're a creator, you created something, and then your creation started generating revenue. Then how we would settle that revenue into a settlement is to drop stable coins into directly into our creator's wallet. So if you sign up today to Verse8, we secure that sign up through private wallets. So you when you sign up, you instantly have that wallet, and then we're gonna give a very simple instructions on how to redeem your settlement as a creators. So I think it's going to be a very natural process where creators onboard, create, get monetized, and then learn about the wallets and the stable coins, and then redeem after all. So we're very excited about the process.
That's really exciting. I can see a huge flywheel being kicked off onboarding there. Creating a not only creation layer for people to come on and build their own games, to then also allowing people to monetize, publish and monetize their game, and then to get settlements on crypto, on chain, right? Something
Yes.
that doesn't have any borders, no friction, can happen instantly, uh, is a huge value unlock. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't publish my lovable apps of V0 apps and get users and earn currencies for that, right? But if I build something on Verse8 that is fun, that is unique, that I put hours of effort into to prompt and make it a really good game, and people love that, I can get rewarded. Is what you're saying? I can earn currencies. I can make real money, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, and good thing about Verse8 is our data currently shows that it on average it takes about $10 to create games. Plus, we provide the creator credit for free to a certain degree. So even if you're out of credit, like you can do endless experiments with your imaginations. Only $10. At most, you'll spend like 40, $50 to create a one game. So you can run as many experiments as possible. And then if something hit, something finds a product market fit, then you instantly start generating revenue, and then your share
Nice.
is right there with the crypto. So could be better.
2026. Do you think that a Verse8 game slash world builder millionaire will emerge?
In 2026, very possibly. So I haven't really disclosed this to anybody, but we're onboarding very very famous IPs, like gaming IPs from Asia,
Ooh,
and then
okay.
those IPs will be publicly available for creators to actually build their own games with.
Yeah.
So so I'm onboarding IPs like that's been live for like 20 25 years in Korea,
Wow.
Japan, and China. And then you can leverage those IPs to build your own games, and then those IPs like have millions of people on the fan base. So we can be more excited about doing experiments with those IPs as well in 2026, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some tractions there.
Yeah, and if someone builds a good game, the path to revenue is pretty straightforward, right? Because Verse8 itself, like you guys, a team, have an always-on content machine, always-on go-to-market for Web2 and Web3. That's going to be topping up the funnel for players, right? So people who
Right.
build whilst pushing it to their own audiences, the games itself are very discoverable on the Verse8 platform too, right?
Perfect. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then as a platform, we're willing to support we're willing to support good games with marketing budget as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
Amazing. I see a few people in the comments there. Hey, McAnthony, prompting the stream as a game right now in Verse8. Nice, nice. Send the link when you're done. Are you going to review games live? I mean, we're going to show a video soon of game creation and a snapshot, so get ready for that. Um, Now, one thing I wanted to touch on as well was Verse8 is officially featured on Google Cloud and on the Google website as a case study. Talk to me about that official Verse8 Google case study. What is within that, and what does that validate for you?
Well, so Google's been a good partner for some time now. Google Cloud obviously is our core partner. We're getting a lot of discount from them, so great thanks to them. So Verse8 is integrated with Gemini, Veo, Imagine, and all the high tier Google generative AI products as an MCP servers. And this I think this really helped us move forward and then progress with the best vibe coding experiences. So Verse8 was highlighted with our core product proves that prompt to play creation works at scale, and non-technical creators can ship real games. And then whatever you imagine, our AI product removes the bottlenecks. So I think this was a good example of validating our product through our big partners like Google. And then we're also actively talking to Anthropic, and then I'm excited about publishing another paper with Anthropic as well in the near future.
Woo. All right, let's go over here. Verse8 in the big leagues. I'm excited for that. Um, Now, I guess for everyone in the audience, if you haven't, retweet the stream, tag your friends, invite everyone along, because we're going to go into the demo video play now of what game creation looks like. For Strek, let's get the share screen sorted. And whilst we do that, if you're watching this stream, let us know which country you guys are listening in from. All right.
All right. Can we all see our screen?
Give us a moment, and I can see it now. Yes, all good.
Cool. Yeah. So I actually really wanted to do this live, but in the interest of time, I just recorded how games are created with the simple prompts. So I came up with two examples. So the very first one is a simple three match game. I made it with the Christmas theme. So let me play this. So this is our creation tool. We're gonna prompt using Gemini. If you take a look, it says create a Christmas theme match three game, match three or more objects to make them disappear and increase your score. So this is a very simple prompt, right? And then we'll see how games are created here. So on the user interface, we provide the VM, and then we also provide a Git access. So if you're actually a developer, you can see how games are coded here. So now we're seeing a very simple match three game with some Christmas theme, and then from here you can do multiple variations. Like if you don't like the assets, you can do another description saying, oh, I don't like that set. I replaced it with the sexy Rudolph. Then it'll replace the assets, and then go to Nano Banana, and then extract some nice 2D assets for you. And then if you want to integrate leaderboard, you can simply say integrate leaderboard so players can compete. Then it'll spit out the leaderboard as well. And then if you want to make this game more progressionable with stages, then you can set that up as well. Right now, what you're seeing is how this game is being published. So let me back up a little bit. So you see that fill out the basic information here, descriptions, tags, so 2D, and then you also set the page here, and then as simple as that, new match 3 is the name of the game you build. And all you need to do is click on launch the game, and then it's launched.
That's insane.
So this is the simple UI. If you want to share this game to your friend, you can simply click on share and get the link. And then if you're a player of this game and then don't like the UI, or if you wanna change something, which we'll cover later, but you can simply click on spin this game, and what it does is you can fork this game into something different. And then this is just one of the features that we're really proud about.
That's amazing. And
So
just to touch on this part as well, so how does the monetization part work too? So builders get users, like let's say thousands of users, and
Mhm. So let me show another demo, and then get that
Mm.
to get
Yeah.
to that. So this is a another example. Uh, so what it's prompting is it wants to create a Vampire Survivor game, 2D style, and then it'll spit out the game.
Mm.
And generating assets. Then you'll see the very first version of the game. Here we go. It'll start moving. Then if you don't like the background, if you don't like the assets, all you need to do is simply say that I don't like the assets. Replace that to blah blah blah, and then
Yeah.
it'll replace it. Now, there are several ways to monetize your content. So within this environment, you can simply say, I wanna set up a shop. Then what the agent will do is it'll set up the shop with the items or skins that you like to add on, and then it'll automatically integrate Stripe into your game. So
Oh,
when you
wow.
launch the game, you can let users pay through Stripe in your game, and then that revenue will accrue, and then Verse8 would eventually do a settlement. Another way to
Wow.
monetize your game is once you publish. So let's say this is the published game. You're the creator. So say Yong is the creator of this game, and then you can add a subscription feature into your game. So you can instantly make your creator account or either your creator account or your game subscription based. So if you want to, so say if you're an influencer or if you're a very well known game developer, you can basically make people pay for your game or your channel. And then in the long run, in 2026, maybe later half of the year, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start allocating some inventories on top of your game or in your channel, and then start selling that inventory to advertisers like AdSense or AdWords, and then start generating revenue through impressions as well. So those are the main revenue streams that we're thinking of right now for 2026, and then all these features are actually all developed and ready to go live.
Yeah. That's insane. That Stripe integration is a game changer.
Yeah, so we're integrated with Stripe. We're integrating a couple more payment systems like
Yeah.
PayPal, Kakao Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, all that good stuff, right?
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Now, just a quick question as well. So we just looked at the game development process, this well development process on Verse8. Which part of the traditional game pipeline does Verse8 absolutely compress the most in terms of time and cost?
Well, I want to say I want to say all functions basically,
Yeah.
right? So when you have an idea, so art development and all the way to publishing and then monetization, everything's done through AI. And then we take care of the platform, we take care of the securities, right? We take care of the settlement. So as a platform, we provide all that basic stuff. But on the in the journey of creating games, everything's automated, everything's AI driven. So nothing you have to worry about. Even if you don't have an asset, our agent will create assets for you and the animations and all rigging and everything. So I'll say all functions basically. Simple answer.
Yeah. Amazing. And like the game development in itself is getting so expensive year on year for these big titles, and even on those lower titles, the barrier to entry into game development was historically so high. Not only did you need to know how to write lines of code, but you had to blend in those arts and graphics and world experiences and everything together. It was multifaceted, right? So you guys automating all of that into a pipeline, but then it all comes down to someone's creativity is amazing. And then you allow people to remix, fork, and compound creations too. So talk to me about Spin.
Yeah, I just showed you the button, right? So say you play some game, and then if you want to remix that game into something else of your own, then you can simply click and click spin this game. And then what it does is it'll pop up the VM for you, and then you'll go from where they where they left
Yeah.
off, basically. And then so you can replace these assets. You can add more stages, whatever you liked from that game.
Nice.
And then yeah. So if you don't have any original ideas, you can just be a player, go through the games, and then if some new ideas pop up from the games that you play, you can be your own. You can be the creator of your own game.
If
Very simple.
someone spins someone else's game, does the monetization that happened on that forked game also contribute back to the parent game?
That's really complicated, Ruthie. Actually,
Really?
so but
I
as
can
a Verse8,
imagine.
well, we own all the rights of the games. So at the end of the day, we're the ones who need to actually establish a policy for that. But then
Yeah.
we're obviously we're going to let creators to pre-establish the licensing terms of their own games. So
Nice.
if you're owner of a very popular game, you can let anybody spin from your own game, but then you'll get a share of you can request a share of your share of the licensing fees from those games revenue.
Nice. Amazing. Now, as everyone knows, the world is more and more coming onto mobile, and mobile phones, mobile gaming is becoming so prominent. Mobile gaming represents more than half of global gaming revenue. How does mobile factor into your expansion strategy at Verse8?
Well, you're very right. More than half of the revenue comes from mobile. But the good thing about our platform is that it's web based. So we support mobile naturally. So you can just use your mobile phone to actually access Verse8, and then play those games instantly, no frictions. But then at the end of the day, we also understand that we need to have apps in place for people to actually stick to the product. So we've released the Android app about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then we've just finished the diligent process with Apple Store, App Store. So we're releasing iOS version of the Verse8 in coming weeks. So we have apps in place for people to come in, and then the way games are created, we don't need to worry about mobile integrations at all. So all good.
Amazing. And if Verse8 executes as planned, how large do you believe the long-term opportunity could be for you guys?
Long term opportunities for Verse8.
Yeah, how long do you how big do you see yourself getting? You know, like how you see OpenAI started with chat and is now dominating stability with images and so
Yeah,
on. How big do you think you guys will be in the long run?
I think we're following the same pattern. So these platforms that well these creation tools that you've mentioned, they all started with a simple theme, right? Like one way with like video, OpenAI, chat, the stability with images, right? And then Verse8, we're starting with a game, and then if you follow the industry, you'll quickly notice that a game agent is one of the very few areas left blank and the innovation. So all the AI verticals that we're seeing, there are clear winners. Like LLM, we're seeing OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, coding, Cursor, Codium, application, Lovable, as an example, and Universal. So we're seeing these like winners with multi-billion valuations, but we don't see any of that for game development. The biggest reason is coming back to our original logic. The game requires multiple variations, and then so many different segments. So the game has been always received as one of the most complex development areas.
Yeah,
These are coding, art, graphics, video, and everything, right? Animations. So you need to have an engine that takes care of all that, and then be
yeah,
able to integrate all those into all those within LLMs, and then generative AIs that you need to integrate within your platform. So
yeah.
I think we're one of the kind. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to give everyone a frame of reference as well, you have OpenAI that sits at more than a valuation of 300 billion, leading LLM. You have coding agents like Cursor, which is sitting at a valuation of 61 billion plus. You have Lovable, for example, leading application agents with a valuation of 61 billion plus as well. And then video agents like Runway too. Then within gaming agents, you have Verse8 being a new, nascent, emerging category leader. So I'm excited to see how that gaming agent intersect builds, gets achieves traction, and then how that industry sector as a whole grows. Because gaming is such a big industry and has been rapidly growing year on year. So very exciting to see what the target total addressable market looks like and how Verse8 will conquer that. Um, Now, one of the things that the community is very familiar with is Verse8 has launched with Kaito, a
Yes.
yapping campaign with intent. Let's break that down. What's happening?
Well, we've launched Kaito about a week ago,
Hmm.
and then we're getting some tractions there. Number one in Korea market for some time, and then we're excited to see more creators and players being onboarded to our platform through Kaito. Our intention is never to just to yap, but actually bring them onto our platform as a creator. And then we're seeing a lot of evidence already in that. So we're also integrating the separate badge systems on our leaderboard. So like as a proof of gamer, experience games, proof of creators create games, proof of big mouth refers friends. So our intention is to actually make them stick to our product, we're monitoring every single comment and then post on Twitter, X, and then we're actually seeing some real tractions and then real excitement from these users creating on the platform, and then the creations that they actually came up with was very impressive. Some of the games were very impressive. So
Yeah,
to anybody's watching, it's not too late. Start now, build, and then if you run into problems or issues, let me know, let us know, and then we'll get that to you. We'll get it fixed right away for you guys.
amazing. And I just want to emphasize to everyone that if you're here listening to this broadcast, you are early to Kaito, you are early to Verse8, and there is a multi layered campaign running here where you don't only create great content around Verse8, but you can actually create the applications, the games, the experiences on Verse8 that you can talk about, distribute that, get players to it, and even monetize that whilst earning rewards from Kaito or Verse8 as well. So if I was you guys, and what I'm going to do personally as well is I'm going to build my flagship Ruthie game. And then so I'm going to build that, and then I'm going to craft that over time. My game plan would be to craft that over time and bring everyone on that journey with me. So I think that's a bit of alpha for you guys. If I was you, figure out what that one game idea is, or the two or three, and put effort into that, craft that, and even try to monetize that with that, like Kevin said here, Stripe integrations for payments and so on. And it'll be very interesting to see who builds a great game that monetizes with recurring players, and then you yap. I will put my hand up here and say, Kevin, anyone here from the broadcast that launches their game over the next few weeks and gets a player paying for something microtransaction in the game, I will give you a reward personally of 200 USD. So that's on my head right there. First one to do that, and the transaction has to be verifiable. You can't just buy something from your own game, guys. You have to someone else. But when that all is live and you get that going, I'm here to reward you guys personally. So reach out to
Oh man, I'm gonna be the
me.
first one to 200 USD, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, it's crazy that people, it's a great creative way to use InfoFi, where you so closely integrate that into the actions of creating and becoming a builder yourself. I mean,
Yes.
everyone here on the broadcast can create their own kind of lore as a game or world builder now from day zero onwards. Um, so yeah, well, Kevin, I just want to say thank you so much for coming around. We'll come on with some closing thoughts, but before that, did you have any other topics or things that you wanted to say to the audience?
um, Not much. For everyone who's watching, my best advice is to try it, build it, build it with our agent, and then share it and iterate in public. Once you start building on our agent, you will quickly realize how fulfilling it is to actually turn your imaginations into playable experiences. So I really encourage everybody to try it, and then if you ever run into problems, come to our Discord. You can email me, or you can email our contact, and then I promise someone will be there fixing those problems for you. So make sure you get to experience this.
Amazing. And then just one thing that I wanted to touch on as well is what's unlocking next for Verse8? What does the next few months and years look like on that roadmap?
You'll actually see more famous IPs coming on board, either through our investments, our partnerships, or even through story protocol. So you'll see more IPs that are going to be available through our platform for creation for secondary creations. So more exciting news coming up. So stay tuned for that. And we're also planning some exciting game jams and IRL events, bringing in the next wave of creators and fun experiences for the communities. So also stay tuned for that as well.
All right, very excited. Well, everyone in the audience, I want to say thank you so much. If you're listening in the broadcast, go to the Verse8 Twitter page that you're listening to right now. Go to the Discord and join, and leave a message there in the chat that you were here, and the mods will definitely appreciate that and make sure to note you down. I want to say keep your notifications on Verse8 for all the future announcements that will be coming around. Because Kevin, there's a lot of juicy announcements, activations, and collaborations that are going to be taking place over the next few months. So definitely turn your notifications on, and also follow Kevin on Twitter too if you haven't already. Kevin, what's your username for people to follow?
Kevin Lee underscore Verse8 V8 actually.
Okay, Kevin Lee
Yeah.
underscore V8, everyone. So go ahead and follow Kevin, and then show him some love. But guys, thank you so much. Kevin, thank you so much for giving us your time today as well. Really
Thanks for the
appreciate it.
opportunity, Ruthie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, everyone, and catch you all later.
Catch you later, guys.